Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Indah Putri, NPM 19HH203042. And now I will be presenting my course, the Assure model. The Assure model is a learning model that can be used for the right type of media in the learning process. This model was developed to create effective and efficient learning activities, especially in learning activities that use media and technology. This model is oriented to KBM. The learning strategies instruct the selection and use of method, media, teaching material, and the participant of learner in the learning environment. The assurance model is designed to assist teachers in designing intuitive and effective learning plan using technology and media in the classroom. B. Assure model step 1. Analyze learners and analyze students. The first step is to identify the characteristic of the learner. Media and technology are said to be effective if there is a match between the characteristic of the learner and the media method on the characteristic of the learner. The key for discussion and the learner analysis are follow. 1. General characteristic. General characteristic include factors of age, education level, occupation or position, culture, and socio-economic. With the analysis of learner will help the recovery of appropriate learning method and media. For example, students who are weak in reading skill are more appropriate to be given non-print media. B. Specific entry competencies. An important component of designing lesson is to identify the specific competencies of students. We can do this through informal means such as in-class questioning or more formal ways such as reviewing standardized the result. The initial ability test is an assessment, both formal and informal, that is required. C. Learning style. Learning styles are realized through the grouping of physiological traits that determine how an individual feels to interact with and respond emotionally to the learning environment. Gardner suggests 3 types of a person's learning style, namely visually, auditory, and kinesthetic. Gardner's theory implies the effective teacher need to be aware of the different learning styles among students. Learning style variable can be categorized into 4 groups, namely 1. Perception power. Proponents of the importance of this variable say that most learners do not have sufficient power to perceive lesson by hearing and adopt the breadth of the teacher's use of method. 2. Habit of processing information. This variable relates to how students tend to process information. Gregor's model in Melda about learning style, namely 4 main categories of thinking style. A. Concrete sequential category. Learners prefer direct experiences and delivery in a logical order. B. Concept random category. Learners prefer a trial and error approach, make quick conclusion from experience that occur. C. Abstract sequential category. Learner. This group is skilled at encoding verbal and symbolic messages, especially when presented in a logical order. D. Abstract random group. Learners demonstrate their ability to grasp the meaning and presentation present, respond to the speaker, tone, and style, as well as capture the message. 3. Motivational factor. Various emotional factors greatly affect attention to something: how long to pay attention, how far the effort to understand the lesson, and how it feels to take part in learning activities. A good way to describe learning motivation is to use R, which distinguishes important aspect of a motivation, namely 1. Attention reading, regarding whether students feel that learning is interesting and useful to consider. 2. Relevant. 3. Confidence. And 4. Satisfaction. 2. Set standard on objectives. The next step is to formulate learning objective as specially as possible. This objective may be expanded from the syllabus, textbook, curriculum, or developed by the teacher himself. A goal is a statement of what will be achieved, not how it will be achieved. The thing that need to be considered in its formulation are A. Set ABCD technical for stating goal. Measure 1. A. Audience. The instruction that we provide must focus on what the learner should do not do or do not what the teacher should do. B. Behavior. A verb that describes the new abilities that the learners must have going through the learning process and must be measurable. C. Conditions. Statement of objective that include the condition under which performance is observed. D. Degree. Statement of objective that identify standard or criteria on which to measure the level of success of learner. B. Classifying goal. The grouping of objective is very important because the selection of method and media as well as how to evaluate depend on the type of objective applied, and objective may be classified according to the mind of type of learning to be achieved. In the psychomotor domain, learning activities include athletic, handwork, and other physical skill. Interpersonal skill are complementary skill that require dealing with other people effectively. C. Individual differences relating to the individual learner ability to complete or understand a given material. Learner who do not have learning difficulty with students who have learning difficulties must have time to complete different material. 3. Select strategies, technology, media, and materials. Plan for the use of media and technology, of course, requires systematic selection first of all. There are 3 stages in the selection process. A. Determine the appropriate method for a learning task. In determining or choosing a method, be sure that there is no one method that is the best for a learning activities. B. Choose the media from the matches the method to be present. The form of the media is the physical form that will carry the message to be present. Media form, for example, free parts, still image and text, slide, still projection, audio, sound and music, video, moving image on a TV screen, and computer multimedia, graphic text and moving image on a monitor. C. Get special material. Most teachers use ready-to-use material provided by school or from the internet or from the course. The following question need to be asked for each type of media. Is it in accordance with the curriculum? Is it accurate and new? Is it the content clear and the language consist? D. Modify existing material. If the teacher in teaching cannot find the appropriate material, the teacher need to modify the existing material. A. Designing new material. In selecting material, it is needed easier and more cost efficient to use available material with or without modification to start complying new material. If you want comply new material, you need to consider 10 basic elements, namely learner, cost, and technical expertise. For utilize technology, media, and material, change in the learning paradigm from teacher centric to student centric, which allows students to use material both independently and in small group rather than listening to classical teacher presentation. To apply media material both for teacher country and student country is necessary to do the 5 Ps, namely prepare the material. B. Prepare the material. C. Prepare environment. D. Prepare the learner. A. Provide in the learning experience. 5. Require learner participation. Educator who realize active participation in learning will increase learning activities according to John W. in the 90s. This participant has been found subsequent development emergent cognitive learning theory that employs mental processes also support activity participation. Evaluate reverse. 1. Assessing student outcome. B. Assessing the method and media. C. Revision. Closing. The actual learning model is very helpful in designing program using various types of form media. This model uses several steps, namely analyze learners, state objectives, selection method, media, and material, utilize media and material, require learner participation, and evaluate and revise. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.